title today is going to be Fast Array. Our title today is a fast array. We're going to learn a slightly new strategy.
I know I heard something.
So far, we know how to make an array. Circle that word array. Can someone tell me what are arrays made of? If you were to look at an array, what would you see? Emma, what might I see in an array? I would definitely see rows. I'm writing, that means you are writing. And I would see columns. We've been making arrays with counters. Could you draw an array? Yeah. Could you use blocks to make an array? Yeah. An array can be made with a lot of different things. We've just made our arrays with counters. Underneath this, I want you to write the equation 5 groups of 9 equals box. If I had you make that equation with counters, that would be a lot of counters. If I had 5 groups of 9, that would be a lot of counters. So today I'm going to teach you a shortcut. A shortcut for arrays. Instead of drawing all those dots, we're getting out all those counters. We're going to just use one row and one column. And the reason why we're going to do that is because our arrays repeat. Right? When we karate chop them to count, it's the same number in each one. So could you just imagine that it's there? Yeah. Let's go ahead and draw 5 dots in one column.
Go again and again.
We've got our 5. And then going across, I'm going to make sure I have 9, but I need to make sure I count this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That's long.
Now, we know in an array, there would be the rest of that filled in. Right?
Yeah.
But instead of drawing all that, I want you to use your laser vision and imagine it drawn in for you. Could you still karate chop this? Yes, you could. I might chop here. I might say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. I'm still able to use my karate chops, even if they're not
It's
there.
45.
Does that make sense? Can someone tell me, why did we just count by 5s?
Because it's easy.
It is easy, which is nice, but there's a reason why we counted by 5s. Look at your drawing. So Maya, why did we count by 5s? Sure, we could have counted by 1, and that would have just taken forever. But why did we count by 5s, Kelly?
Because right there is 5.
There's 5 in each group. You see that? Go ahead and circle one group. There were 5 in each one. Even though, Colby, I can't see this group right here, I'm How many is going to be in there?
5.
5. Or even though I can't see it, how many would be in this group right here? 5. So I don't have to draw it because I already know it's going to be there. Does that make sense? All right, let's try another one. This time, I want you to create a fast array for 5 times 7. Go ahead and write that equation. 5 times 7. And then draw it in your notebook. When you finish 5 times 7, you can try the other 2. Once you've got those fast arrays drawn, use that skip count that we just did to see if you can figure out the product or the total. Not all the dots are there, so you're going to have to use that skip count. 5 times 7. You could have drawn a 5 going down. Not skipping this one. We're going to count 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does anyone get the product total? Could you use those karate chops? Cole, did you figure out the total? So let's spend less time sharpening compulsively. And go ahead and solve it, please. Marley, what'd you find?
35.
35. Very good. Has anyone done 5 groups of 11 yet? A couple of you? Some of you still working?
No, because you have to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
This time, I might make it look a little different. This time, I'm going to put 11 going down. Now, if you only put 5 going down, is that okay?
Yeah.
Why is it okay? That it looks different. Avery?
Because it always, even if it's flipped, just like 3 plus 3, even if it's flipped around, it's always going to be the same number.
The same.
The same equation.
Not the same equation. Not the same group. So you're right on track. We just don't have the right words in there. Not right now. Jordan?
Because of the community property.
Yes, bam. Double air high 5. Get ready at your face. Boom. Yes, because of the commutative property, which says I can switch it around, and my answer, my product, my total doesn't change. Those are the words that you were looking for. So even though mine has 11 going down, if yours has 11 going across, it's still going to be our same total. It just might look a little different around. Yes. I might skip count with my karate chops now going across. We figured out the total. We figured out the total. Lydia?
55.
55 is my total number. Now, did Lydia draw 55 dots?
No.
No, because what a waste of time that would be. Yep. You guys know how to skip count. We can make that way easier. We don't have to draw 55 dots. We can use this fast array and then skip count. Very good. All right, so today we're going to look at our 5s. Raise your hand if you feel like you're a pretty good skip counter of 5s. It wasn't an opportunity for voices. I just said raise your hand. All right, so we're going to look at our 5s on a 100 chart, very similar to how we did our 2s. Ready to turn to the next blank page and get out a yellow crayon, please. 1. All right, we're going to look at our 100 chart. If I were to skip count by 5s on my 100 chart, what would be the first number I would say?
5.
Samaya? 5. Go ahead and color in that 5 with your yellow. What would be the next number that would come if I was skip counting by 5s? Paxton? go ahead and color that in.
Go that one. And then you can go that one.
What else would come next? Colby, what number would come next? 15. Very good, Colby. What number would come next, Marley? 20. Go ahead and finish filling out the rest of the pattern. I know you know. Hold it in your brain. I'm going to ask you in a second, Bowen, okay? All right. I just got back from a really quick trip into Bowen's mind, and I read it real fast, and he's got something really cool to say. Bowen, what did you notice?
That you can just go down from the 5s and the 10s. You can just color down from that.
Bowen's noticing, hey, every single skip count underneath 5, notice every single number has a 5 in the ones. You see that?
That's what the colors do.
Bowen's noticing, hey, if it's got a 5 in the ones place, I can color it in. What else did you notice, Bowen?
That the 10s go inside.
And the 10. So if it has a 0 in the ones place, 30, 40, 50, it's a skip count of 10. You can also color that in. So Bowen's saying, hey, I didn't have to go one and then the other. If I know that pattern, I can just color it like this, make it a little bit faster. Using that knowledge, would 77 ever be a skip count of 5?
No.
No. Does 77 end at a 5 or a 0?
No.
No. What about 32?
No.
Yes. Does 32 end in a 5 or a 0?
No.
No. What about 123? No. What about 1,476?
No.
What about 3,200,758?
I don't even think that's a number. Yes, it is. It is.
Numbers never end. Well,
So
yes.
when I'm counting by 5s, it's actually really cool because they're always either going to end with a 5, which makes sense, right? 5. Or our next multiple, which is 10, so it has that 0. Connor, what are you thinking? We noticed in our 5, every multiple or every skip count of 5 ends in a 5 or a 0. That's pretty helpful when solving for our 5. Let's turn back and fill out our multiplication chart. Go ahead and grab your mini multiplication chart. Flip back. We're way back to our multiplication chart. Alright. So far we have been going up in order-ish. Ooh, you know what we did fill out? We didn't do our 4. Let's see if we can think through our 4s. Put one finger on the top 4. That's not the right chart, Marley. I'm going to put one finger on that 4, and I'm going to put it on the 0. What is 4 times 0? You already have that answer in front of you.
Oh.
This should be easy. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. 4 times 0. Lydia? 0. 0. All right, now we've got a 4 and a 1. What is 4 times 1? All right. 4. Now we've got our 4 times 2. 4 times 2. Archer? 8. Now we got to start filling it out. The trick we used yesterday was to take our 2's and double it. So So I've got 4 times 3. What's 2 times 3? What's 2 times 3, Ava?
5.
2 times 3 is not 5. Nope. Oh, don't do that. Think about it a little bit more, Ava. What is 2 groups of 3?
6.
6. Now double it again to get 4 groups of 3. You got it, girlfriend. Well done, Ava. She used 2 times 3 to figure out 4 times 3. Penelope, we're going to do 4 times 4. What's 2 times 4? Can I again 2 groups of 4? Alright, that's not something. 8. Now we gotta double it again to get 4 groups.
Alright, and he's finished. I know it.
Now we gotta solve 8 plus 8. Oh, way to push through that problem. Alright. 4 groups of 5. What's 2 groups of 5?
5.
So double it again to get 4 groups of 5.
20.
No! Ooh, we went from 10 to 20. Very good. Alright, Cole. 4 groups of 6. What's 2 groups of 6? 12. Double it again to get 4 groups. Beautiful. Alright, Bowen. 4 groups of 7. What's 2 groups of 7? 14. Double it to get 4 groups.
28.
28. Well done. Maverick, you want to do 4 groups of 8? What's 2 groups of 8?
2 groups of 8 is 16.
Double it to get 4 groups of 8. That one's going to be a little tricky. Beautiful. Way to push through. 32. Avery, you want to try 4 groups of 9?
I was going to try the last
Okay, you want to try 4 groups of 9? 4 groups of 9 is not 41. What? Nope, we're going to try this one.
37.
Nope. What's 2 groups of 9?
36.
Let's start one problem at a time. 2 groups of 9.
And my problem is 16.
Hang on, Nathan. Avery, you're thinking about 4 groups. I don't want you thinking about 4 groups yet. Start with 2 groups of 9. What is that going to give us? 18. Now we've got to double that. So that way we have 2 groups plus 2 groups. So there was 4 groups. What is that going to be? Yes. 36. Way to push through. That was hard. Great job. Maverick, do you still need to use the restroom? Yep, go ahead. Once you finish back, you can go, okay? Connor, you want to try our last one? 4 groups of 10? Yeah, very nice. Is there any other part I can fill out? Yes. Addison, you said yes. What other part can I fill out?
You can fill out also right next to the part that you just did in the middle. Yeah.
What other parts can I fill out?
No, I'm saying that you see where there's a blank spots in number 3?
I got lots of blank spots.
But in number 3, in line number 3.
Have I learned my threes yet? Marley, what else can I fill out?
You can go across.
I can go across. Why can't I go across? Because that means my factors are going to switch. Marley?
So you can keep going.
Nope. Why can't I go across? Paxton? Double high five coming out your face. Ready, set, go. The commutative properties. I've got now 3 times 4. What is 3 times 4? Oh, and yes, you are. What is 3 times 4?
No. I know that.
Go and notice if we look at the ones place, it's a pattern.
Is
It's
it
interesting. Very nice.
Phoenix?
Go and do you think you could figure out 3 times 4?
Oh, 3 times 4 would be.
You're gonna have to wait.
Oh,
Very nice. What about 5 times 4? What about 5 times 4? Macy, you think you can figure out 5 times 4?
20.
Very nice. What about 6 times 4? Archer, what you think? 24? What about 7 times 4? Ava?
28.
28. What about 8 times 4? Nathan? 32. Mason, I saw you using your fingers. That's an awesome strategy. What did you use?
So I figured out when was it Emma that said 24?
I'm not sure.
Well, someone said 28.
Uh-huh.
So I said 24 is 8. And I thought it would go up because 4 is 4 and 8. And the 4 is already there. So just put another 4.
I love that. So I'm going to explain Mason's strategy because it's a really good one. Mason said, hey, I already know this one. And I know I just need to do one more group of 4. So 28, counting on 4 more, is 32. Penelope, if I count on 4 more, what would that be? Let's get it together. Ready? Get your fingers in them. 32. We don't count that. 30. 36. Yes, ma'am. All right. What about 10 groups of 4? Over there. Beautiful. Now, those are 4. We need to practice and write in what we just learned, which was our 5. Put your finger on the 5 at the top of that chart. We already know 5 times 0. Go on, what's 5 times 0?
0.
0. We already know 5 times 1. Jordan, what's 5 times 1? 5. We already know 5 times 2. Lydia, what's 5 times 2? 10. Now we're on 5 times 3. If I skip count by my 5s 3 times, ready?
1, 5, 10,
25. 15. Let's write it in there. Hey, look, I already have 5 times 4. What about 5 times 5? That is 5 skip counts of 5. Get those fingers moving. Emma, what you got? 10. Ooh, try that one more time. 25. There we go. What about 6? 5 times 6. Addison?
5 times 6. Can I tell you how I know this answer? I think the answer is 30. Because every time we're going, I think we're going 5 above.
Yes, friend. That's just like what Mason did. But now our groups are bigger. Addison knows, hey, there's 5 more. There's 5 more. So Addison doesn't have to skip count if she doesn't want to. She can just count on 5, which is 30. Great job, Addison. What about 7 times 5? Maya, what you think? I got 2 good strategies for you, Samaya, okay? We can either skip count by 5s, 7 times, or we could use Addison and Mason's strategy of counting on from 30 plus 5 more. Which strategy you want to use? You want to do skip count or add on? Okay, ready? We're going to start at 30. We're going to add 5 more. Ready? We're adding 1s. 30, 31. So what is our next answer? Very good. Callie, what's going to come next? That doesn't say 36. Oh. What is 5 times 8? Go ahead and choose that. Try that again. Callie, we got 2 good strategies. We can either start here and add on 5 more, or we could do skip counts of 5 8 times. 40. I see that you chose skip counts. Great strategy. Maverick, what about 5 times 9?
I got something.
49.
Not going to be 49. Because I know if I'm skip counting by 5s, I'm never going to have a 9 in that 1's place. Are we going to choose the skip count strategy or the add-on strategy? Okay, so that means we're going to skip count by 5s 9 times. Go ahead and do it. Whoa. Skip count by 5s, friend. 9 times. 45. Very good. Well, what about 5 times 10?
5 times 10? 50.
Is there anything else we can solve on this multiplication chart?
Sure.
Mason?
5 times 11.
So I don't have 5 times 11, but we could solve that. On this chart, is there anything else I could solve?
Oh, I love cheese.
Emma? I can do it across. Emma, why can I do it across? Because that means that my factors switch places. Because of the what? All right, you get 2 high fives and a foot 5. Ready?
Wait, what? How are you gonna do this?
Go. All right, Emma. We know 0 times 5. What is 0 times 5? 0. We know 1 times 5. What's 1 times 5? We know 2 times 5. What's 2 times 5? Now we need to figure out 3 times 5. Hunter, what is 3 times 5? 15. Hey, we already did 4 times times 5? We already did 5 times 5. What about 6 times 5, Jordan?
6 times 5 is 30.
30. What about 7 times 5, Arik?
7 times 5, 35.
35. Mason, what about 8 times 5? 40. Switching up the strategies, trying some skip counting. I like it. Cole, what about 9 times 5?
45.
Beautiful. Ava, what about 10 times 5?
50.
Awesome. Look at all those multiplication facts that you know.
Just so you
That
guys
is a
know,
lot.
That's not even all we know.
That is a lot. This is not all we can figure out. You're correct. We can figure out pretty much anything. Yep. But we now 100% know those facts. Even if you're a good skip counter of 10s, sometimes you might forget. Just like we did 2s, and then if we knew our 2s, we could double it to get our 4s. We can do that with 5s and 10s. So turn to the next blank page in your notebook.
Next blank page either.
In our notebook, we're going to write a 5 by 2 array, and a full array, not a fast array. Because 5 by 2 is not a lot of dots. Yep, we're drawing 5 by 2 array. That's what I just drew. That's what you're drawing in your notebook. Underneath that, I'm going to write that equation. 5 times 2. Because I know that equation, right, Brogan, matches that array.
It's 10.
That is 5 times 2, which is worth 10. But if I want to figure out what is 10 groups of 2, I already have 5 groups of 2. I need 5 more groups of 2. Let's draw 5 more groups of 2. I know that that is 5 groups
You switch around,
of 2.
the 2 and 0.
So I have 5 groups of 2. Hope you got that written down. Plus another 5 groups of 2, and I'm going to smush them together. When I do that, I should now have 10 groups of 2. Does that make sense? You see that? What is 5 groups of 2 worth? Cole? 10. 10. What is 5 groups of 2 worth? Gordon? 10. If I know this section over here is 10, and I'm smushing it with this section over here, which is also 10, what is my total? Fabric? 20. 20. Hey! My 5s and my 10s are just doubles. I just double it again. Just like our 2s and our 4s. Let's write that down. I can double my 5s to get my 10s. Just like what I did here. I took my 5s and then I added that same group again and got 10s. Alright, I'm gonna go visit my hundreds chart. Whoops. If it is my doubles, which just like 2s and 4s, I should be coloring every other one. When I skip count by 10, am I going to land on 5? No. What's the first number I land on when I skip count by 10? Lydia? 10. Color in that 10. Then I skip the next number. What's the next number I would land on? Callie? If I skip count by 10s, am I going to land on 15?
20.
I would land on 20. What's going to come next? Samaya? 30. What's going to come next, Ava? 50's not going to come next.
40. Oh yeah, 40.
40's going to come next. Are we noticing a pattern?
Yes.
What is the pattern you see? Raise your hand to tell me. Jordan, what's the pattern you see?
I see that every time we just go up 10 more.
Yeah, we just go up 10 more. We can do this whole row because I know columns on my hundreds chart skip count by 10. Beautiful. Do you ever when Bowen noticed that our 5s end in either a 5 or a 0?
Yeah.
What about our 10s?
They only end in a 0.
They only end in a 0. So if I'm skip counting by 10s, will I ever land on the number 82?
No.
No. Will I ever land on the number 75?
No.
What about the number 111?
No.
No. Because it's got to end in that 0 in the ones place. Allie?
Can you put up on this forest color? Can we just keep on coloring down?
Alright, friends. Similar to yesterday. I'm going to give you a worksheet. You got 4 problems on it. Today, instead of working with a partner, you're actually going to solve this one by yourself. Because 5s and 10s are pretty easy skip count numbers for you guys. Before we do that, though, because we know when we finish it, we move to math choice board. We need our new math choice board. Go ahead and turn to the next blank page. You can put your coloring utensils away and get out your glue stick, please.